This is the Rush Discuss, where the discuss is Rush. Hello and welcome to the final episode of the Reflective Bracket, today on the Rush Discuss. So, as we have been doing, we are going through the rest of the bracket, filling out everything. Just quick fire pairings, just based on the way that everything was assigned. The winners of the first two will battle it out and so on. Since this one had left us with 7 winners from their pairings, we're just setting it up like this. And with Mission coming in as skipping over the first round because, it was already going to win the first round anyway.
Probably.
It's a pretty safe assumption that it's fine jumping in front of this first round.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right.
Sorry.
Sorry. You can No, it's fine.
I just figured you've been talking for a while. It was my turn. I'm just kidding. Can we cut that out?
No.
Okay.
Quick fire.
Okay, quick fire. In the end versus resist. The end. Sorry. I thought it was quick fire. You started talking.
I just meant like episode all the winners, just to recap. In the end, resist, ghost of a chance, heresy, open secrets, second nature, and mission.
Yeah, those were all the winners of all the pairings. I apologize. I thought we were going straight into the first.
Well, I'm glad to know that in the end is your winner for that one. I don't know if I agree because I think
I can't let go of in the end because it just makes me feel so good.
Makes me feel so good.
Yeah.
So good.
I just really like in the end.
You just can't resist it, so to speak.
Yeah. I like resist too, but against in the end, I really want to keep in the end.
I think.
Yes, you can. Yep. I'm right.
Okay, I think I'm going to pick in the end as well, just because the one moment that we talked about in that episode,
exactly.
The build up there. So, resist out of the running. In the end, moves on.
It is kind of funny that we go through painstakingly choosing out of the pairings, and then in the end, we're just like, this one. Is this? I don't know. Is this fair? Because
none of this is fair.
Okay, fine. Ghost of a Chance versus Heresy. I choose Ghost of a Chance.
I don't agree.
Oh, I love Ghost of a Chance so much.
I know. I love Heresy more though. I know, I'm not one of the people who thinks that Ghost of the Chance is the song from that album. I like it, but I think that there are better songs from that album. Roll the Bones, I think I enjoy more than Ghost of a Chance.
So I just was trying to remember how Heresy
sounds. How Heresy sounds.
I forgot how it started. Sorry. I meant to.
Yeah, the long.
I meant to scrub.
Marching from afar.
That's true. Sorry, no, I still choose Ghost of a Chance.
Oh gosh. I don't think so.
Fine.
Okay,
Heresy
why Ghost of a Chance?
Because I've always had a soft spot for it and I really, really like it. But we can do Heresy for the purposes of this quick fire.
Well, I don't want it to just be
No, there are moments in Heresy that really, yes, I guess we do. That moment is enough to sell me on it.
Yeah, because for me, I just love Neil's drum performance on that one. I think it's
agree.
One of the best moments in that whole album.
You've convinced me.
Send all your hate mail.
Only because I don't think that it'll be the top winner anyway. So I don't mean
so you don't have a chance, so you get to leave.
Okay. Open Secrets versus Second Nature. That one's actually hard.
That one is a hard one.
I think I want to choose Open Secrets, actually. I really like Second Nature, and it has a lot of meaning to me, but I really like Open Secrets.
Yeah. Well, okay, so before I weigh in on that, I did say that we were going to take time on Second Nature in a future episode. Like, we were going to have its own episode. But then I realized that for us to make a good full episode of that, it would be a bit much for most people. And so I just wanted to give just like a quick plug for this. And I don't know if you remember from the episode, I said that there's a book that I felt really encapsulated everything about Second Nature as far as the lyrics and that that dichotomy between progress and trampling on the earth and just all the environmental things that Neil is concerned about. And so I never really went super deep into anything one way or another, because I'm like, on the one hand, I'm like, there's a lot of catastrophism, if that's a word. But a lot of people play the catastrophe game of, if we don't change everything that we do, the world is going to cease to exist and everybody will die in 5 years. And they were saying that in the 70s. And it's just continued on that way. And so I'm like, there's something that's not quite right about that, but it's also not quite right to say that humans have no impact on the world, because obviously you mine for resources, you change the face of the earth, things change. And so this book, Fossil Future by Alex Epstein, I listened to it and then I read through other parts that I thought were really interesting again. And I think he does an impeccable job of showing that it's so much more nuanced than anything that we get in any of our knowledge systems. But I think the appropriate way to balance everything is if we as humans actually think that humans have value. And that was definitely something that Neil held at the pinnacle, that humans have value and that we should always be looking to minimize human suffering and to expand human flourishing. And that book does such a great job of showing how much fossil fuels have actually helped human flourishing in all ways, even though we only hear about the bad things. But he points out how many good things have come that we just take for granted, and then weighs it with the negative side effects and how much we can actually do to minimize those negative side effects. And highly recommend that book. Go do it. I think that if you want to understand that whole dichotomy better and not as sensationalized, it's an excellent read. Highly recommend. So that's my little side plug for that. And
so then do you choose Second Nature?
Even with that, I still am going with Open Secrets.
All right.
Because while Second Nature, I absolutely love the piano synth thing, and I love the message of the lyrics. I think Open Secrets, that guitar solo gets me every single time.
I agree.
So now we have, for the second phase, we have Mission versus In the End. Heresy versus Open Secrets.
All right, so Mission versus In the End. I have to choose Mission. It's just in my mind a stronger song, and I like it more. That's all.
I mean, there's no reason to try to be objective about a subjective bracket. I like how you didn't even wait for me to agree with you.
I thought you did. I thought you were agreeing with me with what you were just saying.
No, but I do agree.
Oh,
with
okay,
you.
Cool.
I just think it's hilarious that.
Okay, we got a crying baby, so we gotta hurry up this.
All right, so Heresy versus Open Secrets. Open Secrets every time.
Yes, seriously.
Always gonna win. I say that, and now we have
Open Secrets
versus Open
Mission.
Secrets, which I think it's hilarious that for the reflective bracket, it really came down to Hold Your Fire.
Yeah, that's
versus
true.
Roll the Bones.
That's true. Oh wow, that's really surprising.
So I mean, what does that say about those two albums?
Listen to them is what it says about those two albums. But out of the two, I have to choose Mission.
Yeah, I think Mission. I think Mission overall for Hold Your Fire is the song.
I agree.
Like
it's not the closing
there
track.
Are other
it's
it's
not.
There are other ones that I do sometimes like more, or that I'm more in the mood for, if that makes sense. But Mission is always like the standby.
Yeah, like that,
and
almost like the default, but like not really. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. It's similar to how it's like we always acknowledge that Moving Pictures, that's the Rush album. That's the one that, you know, rightly so, it should be at the top of like an objective ranking of their albums, and what, as far as like commercial success, as far as like what it did for the band in the public eye, and just everything like that. And yet we can also say that there are other ones that we prefer. And I think for me, that's the way that Hold Your Fire works. Is Mission, it just objectively is the song.
Yeah.
But
it's such a strong song.
But so many of the other songs I like better for different reasons. Because it fits those reasons better. But as far as an entire song is concerned, I don't think you'd be hard pressed to find a more perfect song.
That is a wrap on the reflective bracket. Oh man, this has been quite the journey through this bracket. And we mentioned in a previous episode that the next bracket is going to be a little bit lighter in subject matter. But for now, the winner of the reflective bracket is Mission.
Yes. And so we are not planning on taking a huge break after this. But there's going to be some surprises with the next bracket that will take a little bit of time, but it's not going to be as long as the breaks between these two brackets, because we're not moving across the country and I'm not completely redoing the bathroom.
And I also am not planning on having a baby right now. So. All right. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah. And we will drop the name of the next bracket in time to come. But for now, you just go on enjoying and doing whatever you're doing and go listen to some Rush.
Especially Mission.
Especially Mission.
All right.